G'day, battlers, and it is that time again. We're doing another live. No, we don't want to cancel that. We're going to be going through another live Catacomb Cup tournament win. This from the same tournament as the video yesterday, day before, yesterday morning, my time anyway. So this is the same tournament as Teams run. This is now RommelJCastro. So he's going to be running this team on the screen here. We've got Venusaur, we've got Wireless, we've got Alolan Golem, Sudowoodo, Vespiquen, and Lapras. So once this kind of live stream thing is over, I'll be putting all the times in like the progress bar. So that should all be there. And yeah, let's just get into it. So we're doing that video thing again. So we're going to be going into round one up against. Oh, I've put a little bit of an intro. It's okay. Spoilers. Okay. Oh no, I can do it. I swear, I can do it. Oh, now I have to hit play. Right, sorry folks, but yeah, you can go to the progress bar if you're watching this not live. But we've got the opponent PCF52 with Alolan Graveler, Galvantula, Parasect, Honchkrow, Celio, and Venusaur. So a really spicy team, and let's see if it does pay off for them. Yeah, I really should have set this up in a better way, I think. But this is how we're rolling with it. So I've got Swirlus in the lead up against Galvantula, which isn't like, it's an okay lead as long as they don't land the Bug Buzz. The Bug Buzz would definitely hurt. So just going to go straight for Body Slams up against the Galvantula, which is definitely going to add on a fair chunk of damage onto that Galvantula. Gets a shield, but that is all good. As well as probably going to burn a shield here to keep Swirlus around, and then could even be able to Dragon Breath down depending on yeah, shield up the discharge, and then actually switching out into Celio. So it is a Water Gun Celio, so a Powder Snow Celio would be really bad for Swirlus, but the fact that it's a Water Gun Celio, it's kind of alright, because yeah, Powder Snow, super effective, Water Gun, not. And switching out to catch the charge move, probably just a Body Slam into this Sudowoodo, and it is a Body Slam, which he can definitely tank, and going to be able to counter down. Probably going to get Body Slam off before going down. Yeah, so this still won't take out Sudowoodo, so just going to let it come through, and then Sudowoodo going to be able to counter away. That Celio, down he goes. Probably going to hit the Rock Slide straight away so that Galvantula doesn't have a chance to get a charge move off onto Sudowoodo. Kind of fought. Oh no, never mind. Letting the Galvantula go down, and a Honchkrow in the back. So this would be really bad to get hit with a Rock Slide with. So yeah, probably going to burn their last shield to not get hit by that Rock Slide, and then hopefully taking out, yeah, going to be able to quick move down. In comes the Venusaur, which is also not a great matchup against Honchkrow, but probably going to be able to survive this Sky Attack. Oh, never mind, Honchkrow has that attack going for it. In comes Wireless, burning this shield, and then at this point, Honchkrow is pretty squishy. I've got one for PvP myself. Probably going to be able to Dragon Breath down before another charge move comes through, and that is exactly what happened. So kind of closer than I thought it was going to be, but going into game two. So Golem up against that Venusaur, which is not a good matchup for Alolan Golem at all. Going to farm up a little bit of energy though. Get this Rock Blast off just to chip down some health off of that Venusaur. Switching out into this Wireless, so this is a much, I mean, I guess Venusaur has a bit of an energy advantage now, so I don't want to really get hit by Frenzy Plants because Frenzy Plant is such a broken move, but the fact that this Wireless can resist it because of the Dragon Dark typing, it's Dark Dragon, but you know, they're both around, because of that resistance, it is going to be able to hang on to 2 Frenzy Plants and throw this Body Slam, which is going to do like lots, actually called it with a Celio. I did not even see that happen. So Celio going to Water Gun down, and then probably going to, yeah, brings in the Alolan Graveler just because they want to kind of keep that Sudowoodo for later on. Alolan Graveler is a little bit worse up against the Venusaur, whereas, yeah, Sudowoodo has a little bit more play, although it's really not looking great for RommelJCastro here. Probably just going to call him Castro from now on. So going for that Rock Blast. Takes out the Celio, probably going to see, yeah, Venusaur comes straight in to farm up a little bit of energy on that Alolan Graveler, so Castro switches out into the Sudowoodo, trying to get enough energy up for these Rock Slides, so shield up the Frenzy Plant here, because, we've got a barrage of Discord messages that just came through, so yeah, going to be able to not quite counter down all the way, but shield this and should be able to counter down, I think, with tons of energy go onto the next Pokemon, so counter, down goes the Venusaur. Still has a shield to burn, so just going straight for it. And it's a Honchkrow. This is actually a really good spot for Castro to be in. Going to be able to burn a shield with this Rock Slide, and then going to be able to land another one. Going for a counter. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Definitely not necessary. Obviously, you had the energy there all ready to go for the Rock Slide. Takes it the Honchkrow, and that is GG. So, going into game 3 with the Wireless up against Galvantula. It is 2-0 on Castro's side, so he has won the round, but I do want to keep those third games in because there's there's always places to learn. So Zweilous up against Parasect now. So Parasect is one that we haven't seen yet, and I can't imagine that we're going to see ever again. But yeah, definitely an interesting spot. Catching the Xyzer onto the Alolan Graveler, which does kind of more than I thought it would. I guess it's not resisted or anything, so I mean, it's a move that gets stabbed from that Parasect, but yeah, it's not a great move. So just going for that, another Xyzer, actually really adding up the damage. So going for the Rock Blast from that Alolan Golem now. Does take out the Parasect. And then not betting, I still got 2 shields. So in comes Celio. So not going to be able to get a Rock Blast off before the Celio Water Guns it down. That is where Water Gun Celio really does shine, being able to take out those rock types a little bit easier. Because yeah, Powder Snow Celio would not really be doing anything at all. So going to be going straight for this Frenzy Plant. Doesn't want to get hit by more charge moves from that Celio. Howdy John Rocks. So getting that Frenzy Plant off, taking out the Celio. In comes the Galvantula, so this isn't a great spot to be in with your Venusaur unless you've got 2 shields, although RommelJCastro just going to let Venusaur tank it. Still going to get to a Frenzy Plant, and then is just going to kind of leave it to the Pokemon in the back to take care of that Galvantula. So burns the shield, switches into Zweilous, and Zweilous is going to be able to Dragon Breath down, especially with 2 shields. It's just unsurmountable at that point. There's nothing that the opponent could have done here. Castro definitely has this one down, and that is GG's there. So going into round 2 up against Master Generoso, I've got Venusaur, Sudowoodo, Vespiquen, Caracosta, as Hero Page says, Frostlass, and I think that was Wallace in the back. So we do have that Caracosta in the lead, switching into Venusaur because don't want to really keep Vespiquen around, although that does allow the opponent to switch into Vespiquen, which, yeah, obviously not a great spot for Venusaur to be in. Sludge Bomb definitely still does a little bit of damage because of the flying typing on that Vespiquen, so I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, and this Xyzer is not going to take out Venusaur. Could potentially get to another Sludge Bomb, depending if the Vespiquen tries to farm. Not trying to farm, but I'm not... I feel like Venusaur might be able to hold on here, maybe? Tanks the Xyzer, gets the next Sludge Bomb off. That's a fantastic situation for Castro to be in, kind of forcing the shield on the opponent's side. And then also not getting the Vespiquen too farmed up on energy, basically. So probably going to bring in a lot of... Actually, because you don't want to end up having that the Vespiquen up against the Caracosta again. So yeah, probably the best play to bring in the Vespiquen. I wouldn't say that he's too concerned about getting hit by a Power Gem, because yeah, it's probably preferable to get rid of that Vespiquen and going to be able to farm up some energy on this Alolan Golem, which is definitely nice. Maybe if he threw an Xyzer on his Vespiquen, then would have been able to take out Vespiquen without taking that Xyzer damage. But in comes the Venusaur, and this is really not looking great, but we'll see what the opponent decides to do if they like don't shield, gets hit by Rock Blast or something. But don't shield that one Rock Blast. Yeah, it's going to be GG at this point. There's not much that Castro can do at this point. Shield up, but yeah, not going to be able to burn the 2 shields plus take out the 2 Pokemon to win this battle. So I think this is going to be an L. Gets the shield, and then a couple more Vine Whips. Yeah, not going to get that Rock Blast off, and that is GG's there. So going into game 2, we've got Zweilous up against the Venusaur, which is a much better matchup than the lead of the last game with the Vespiquen up against Caracosta. So yeah, just going to be Dragon Breathing tons of damage off of that Venusaur. It's actually pretty insane. So eating a Sludge Bomb, which I think that Frenzy Plant is the better move to... Oh no, never mind. Frenzy Plant's resisted. Obviously, Sludge Bomb is probably the better move. It's also still getting stabbed from that Venusaur, so it's not as broken a move as Frenzy Plant is, but yeah, I don't know for sure if it's a better move. I'll probably check after this video, because that's definitely something to know. And able to take out that lead matchup with a shield advantage. Switching into Alolan Golem, which kind of worked out for Castro here because both of the opponent's Pokemon left are weak to Alolan Golem. Both Caracosta and Vespiquen are going to be taking a lot of damage from that Volt Switch. Probably just going to go with the Rock Blast. Chip down the Caracosta a little bit, because Caracosta was definitely doing a bit of damage to the Alolan Golem. I'm so used to saying Alolan Graveler because you don't see Alolan Golem too much, but Castro going to be using that thing. So Volt Switch down that Caracosta, and in comes the Vespiquen. Just going to be going straight for a Rock Blast. They're going to shield up. Dr. Trotter actually did a YouTube video today. I'm very shocked, Dr. Trotter, and I'll definitely be checking it out after this, if it's up, that is, or if you just meant you recorded one. But yeah, gonna go for this Rock Blast. Not quite take out the Vespiquen, but one more Volt Switch is gonna do it, and that is gonna be GG's there. So going into round 3, we've got Mark Hizzle 209 with Venusaur, Umbreon, Sudowoodo, Frostlass, Vespiquen, and the Caracosta coming back in. So yeah. Umbreon is a little bit of a scary prospect just because it is such a good safe switch, but we'll see how it goes. And this is not a good lead matchup for the Umbreon, so switching out straight away into the opposing Venusaur. Gonna go straight for that Sludge Bomb, although the opponent's got to charge me first. I'm really hoping this is a Frenzy Plant and not some sort of lag thing. Yeah, it is just a Frenzy Plant, so maybe I was trying to get that off before Castro got a Sludge Bomb or something, or I'm not sure what the logic was in their head, but gonna now be able to switch out into Zweilous because the Venusaur is switch locked. So Dragon Breath all the way down. In comes the Vespiquen, so just going to be charging up tons of energy, going for almost the double Body Slam, not quite there, unless that was a triple, like almost a triple. Land one Body Slam, and yeah, it was almost a double, not a triple. X's are going to do a fair chunk of damage to this Zweilous because it is going to be super effective. Still going to be able to get another Body Slam off before going down though, and we'll see if Vespiquen tries to farm or goes for that, goes for the X's more. Burns the shield on the Vespiquen side, which I guess the Vespiquen was getting very low, especially when you add on those extra Dragon Breaths and being able to farm down. Unfortunately for Vespiquen, Castro has brought in the Alolan Golem here, and Alolan Golem is not going to care too much about any of Vespiquen's moves. So in comes the Umbreon, and going straight for the Rock Blast, probably could have gone for a Stone Edge instead. Maybe they were trying to land that onto the Vespiquen, I'm not too sure. But switch into the Venusaur now. Does have the shield advantage, so in a really good spot here. Go straight for that Frenzy Plant. It looks like it was a CMP tie too. Burns the last shield off of that Umbreon, and yeah, going to shield up, just going to make sure that Venusaur can win out this matchup. Going to be able to get to another Frenzy Plant before the switch time is up for sure. He's going to have to maybe eat this charge move though. Yeah, going to eat the charge move. Still going to survive, and then going to get to the Frenzy Plant. Lands it on the Umbreon. And yeah, boom on the Umbreon. Switching out into the Vespiquen though, doesn't quite get to the Frenzy's Plant, which would have been a really nice way to take out the Vespiquen, but letting this charge move comes through, it might be a Power Gem. It is an X-Scissor though, so maybe 2 back-to-back X's. Oh no, taking it out with the Volt Switch and getting this Rock Blast off, which will definitely finish off the Umbreon at this point, and that will be GG's. So I think that's one. Oh no, that's 1-0 in this round, isn't it? Going to game 2, I think, but up against game 3, because Caracosta won the first game. So this also isn't a great matchup for the Caracosta, because Volt Switch going to do a ton of damage with its water typing, going straight for that Rock Blast after a little bit of lag, but I think it was just mutual lag, so all good on that front. Rock Blast actually does a fair little chunk to that Caracosta too, so that's definitely a point in Golem's favour too. But this is just going to be, oh no, it's a Surf. Never mind. I might have called that wrong. As I'm not sure if Castro did that intentionally or what, but I was definitely thinking that was not going to be a Surf. But now going to go straight for that Sludge Bomb onto the Vespiquen. Definitely in a bit of a tight spot here because Sludge Bomb is going to do not quite half of Vespiquen's health. Is going to be able to get to another one unless Vespiquen goes like ham, just throwing X's and Castro doesn't shield anything. But probably is going to be able to get to another Sludge Bomb. Ooh, yeah, it still should be able to get to it, even not shielding, I think. Eats the X-Scissor, and then one more Vine Whip, gets to the Sludge Bomb. 1 HP in a dream, absolutely. So going for that Sludge Bomb, gonna be, is Vespiquen? Yeah, Vespiquen shield just like the last game, switching to Zweilous. Gonna probably burn a shield here, even though it's not like X-Scissor isn't the end of the world for Zweilous. It's just nice to not have that extra damage on the Zweilous. But hopefully, yeah, not gonna be able to Dragon Breath down, so Castro goes to the Body Slam to make sure that Vespiquen goes down, or worst case, gonna get a shield off the opponent, but that is not what happens. So going into the next Pokemon, and it is the Umbreon, so this is a pretty good spot for the Zweilous to be in. Zweilous kind of just out damages the Umbreon with the Dragon Breaths plus the Body Slams. So yeah, just going to go straight for the Body Slams. And yeah, Last Resort is going to do a little bit of damage to Zweilous, but isn't like tons and tons. It's not unsurmountable, basically. So yeah, going to go for another body. Oh, not going for the Body Slam straight away. It seems going to farm up extra energy. I'm not sure what the plan was with that, but going for the Body Slam now anyway, and then switching out into the Venusaur, hoping to catch the charge move, and does catch it. Fantastic situation for Castro here. I think he actually might have needed that maybe because that Umbreon, because the Zweilous did have the health disadvantage. Although it does take it out with just Dragon Breaths. I feel like the opponent did have a charge move there. But going into game 3 now, with Alolan Golem up against the Frostlass. Frostlass running away straight away, and in comes the Umbreon. So farming up some energy. Looks like he was going for the Stone Edge there. This charge move isn't going to finish off the Golem. Oh, and switch out, so we will not know how much damage it did. But now switching out into the Venusaur, going for that Frenzy Plant, but going to get hit by a charge move here. We know from the matchup before, not going to take it out. And farming up extra energy, and now going for the Frenzy Plant just before the Umbreon gets a charge move off. So really well played on Castro's part there. gets the shield, and then almost at another Frenzy Plant, and gets the CMP tie too. So really putting on so much pressure onto this Umbreon. It doesn't get a shield, but yeah, Umbreon's going to be able to throw some charge moves now. Probably has at least back-to-back at this point. Foul play, boom, and then switching out, so keeping some energy, so that's something to keep in mind. Frostlass is able to Powder Snow down the Venusaur before getting the Frenzy Plant off. In comes those Rock Blasts, though, and they are coming in hot. So, shielding up the one, and now no more shield, so going to be able to shield up this charge move from Frostlass, and then probably going to be able to get to a Rock Blast pretty easily to take out that Frostlass. Doesn't farm up too much energy because those Powder Snows do charge up fairly quick, and Volt Switch does take a bit of time to get through. So it doesn't actually quite take out the Frostlass. So maybe looking to switch out into Swirlus to catch a charge move, or just considering his options. But shield up here, and then going to have energy to go into the Umbreon in the back, but has to be careful about that Umbreon because it has energy. So going to be going straight for the Rock Blast here. And it looks like Umbreon actually did go for a Snarl, not straight to the charge move. So I'm not sure if it was like a Snarl off or something, but switching into the Swirlus, maybe hoping to catch the charge move. No catch. That Umbreon is really weak at this point, and in comes the Vespiquen. So we know, I mean, we've already seen it. X's are not going to do tons and tons of damage here. We're going to be able to go for the Dark Pulse. Going to get that stab. We're going to do a ton of damage onto that, onto the Vespiquen. And bada bing, bada boom. Not going to be able to Dragon Breath down before another Xyzer comes through. So hopefully Alolan Golem, Alolan Golem can come in and clean that up with like one Volt Switch. One Volt Switch and it's down, and hopes to get to another Rock Blast, and it can get this Rock Blast off. Looks like Umbreon was going for another quick move, so yeah, that'll be GG's on the round. And now going into round 3. I think this was the opponent that actually beat RommelJCastro, and Castro didn't actually send through the footage of this battle, but they did have Lapras, Victreebel, Venusaur, Sudowoodo, Vespiquen, and Swirlus, so I think they did come out on top of Rommel. So yeah, we'll go into the next round now, where we do have the footage with Swirlus, Umbreon, Lapras, Frostlass, Sudowoodo, and Jumpluff. So if you saw the last video where I shoutcasted teams run, I was a little bit obsessed with the doubles, and now we've got an opponent with Double Dark and Double Ice. So I mean, it's not the best for Rommel's team here, although we haven't actually seen him use Lapras, and I'm wondering if this might be the time to bring in Lapras. Jumpluff going to do a bit with Energy Ball, Sudowoodo going to do a bit with Counter, but really going to wall that a Frostlass. Like Shadow Balls are really just not that much. So we'll see what comes in. Golem up against the Jumpluff, so in a pretty decent spot here. Doesn't want to get hit by an Energy Ball. Little burp on my end. I think I did that in the last video too. But shielding up the, hopefully, it was just an aerial ace, so unfortunate for Castro there, but going for the charge move now. Going to do tons of damage to the Jumpluff if it lands. Does do a nice little chunk, but Jumpluff is pretty tanky. Getting another Rock Blast off before another charge move comes through though, so looking pretty good. Probably going to get a shield from Jumpluff. Yep. And then Volt Switch. Probably going to get hit by an Energy Ball. I'm wondering if Castro just lets it go at this point, because an Energy Ball is going to be coming at some point. Shields another aerial ace. That is really unfortunate for Castro, but actually able to get the Rock Blast off. So I think this actually might force a shield. It does force the shield, so we're going into the 2-2, and an Energy Ball is going to come through here and take out the Alolan Golem, unless it's like a single move jump off or something. Yeah, it is the Energy Ball. Takes out the Golem. In comes the Vespiquen, farming up a little bit of energy. Going to get hit by an aerial ace though, which is not in Vespiquen's best interests. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but gonna live to see another day. And then it has a fair bit of energy, so should be able to get to a Power Gem pretty quick if something comes in that needs that. In comes the Lapras, so definitely going to go for that Power Gem. Not going to hit like a truck per se, but definitely does some damage to that Lapras. And then switching into the Sudowoodo, going to be able to counter down the Lapras. Hit by Surf, but it's going to be able to tank one, and we'll see what's in the back, because I'm kind of curious as maybe they're going for Surf and Switch. In comes the Swirlus, so also not the best for Sudowoodo. Going for the Earthquake though, and gets it in the nick of time. This is going to do a chunk of damage to that Swirlus. Oh, goodbye Swirlus. Gets a counter off onto the Lapras. In comes the Vespiquen, and can he get to an Xyzer? Not before a Surf comes through, and I have a feeling that this might be lights out for the Vespiquen. So that is GG's on game 1. Game 2, we've got the Sudowoodo mirror match. So just countering each other down. Probably going to go straight for the Rock Blast. Or the opponent goes for the Rock Blast, but Castro does not. So getting an extra counter in, shielding up the Rock Blast. Rock Slide. Oh, yeah, Rock Slide, sorry. I'm so used to seeing Alolan Golem in this battle, because Castro really seems to like that Alolan Golem. He's the one with Rock Blast. Sudowoodo is a Rock Slide man, so gets an extra quick move in there, because of that how the game is at the moment by the seams of it. So gets this Rock Slide off first, burns the shield on the opponent's end, And are they going to shield up? Oh, shielding up. I'm wondering if this is going to be a simultaneous KO or if the extra counter is going to mean Castro does come out on top with an extra counter. I really don't like seeing that because like the game shouldn't work that way. I don't like being on the other side of that, but it is the state of the game right now, and Sylph has ruled that is not rematchable. So yeah, that is the state of the game basically. So going to be going for the power gem, and then switch into these wireless. Not a great spot up against the Lapras because of the quick moves, but Surf isn't going to be super effective, and then Skull Bash also isn't going to be super effective. So it's not like the worst spot, and there was no way that Lapras was going to get to a Skull Bash anyway. So we've got this wireless mirror match. The opponent getting the charge move off first. So this wireless not looking in the best shape. Yeah, not going to be able to get to a body slam. And then in comes back the Vespiquen, hopefully getting to an Exeter, and does. If this is a body slam, it's not going to take out Vespiquen. It's a body slam, not going to take it out. And then this Exeter going to go through and take out this wireless. So that is GG's there. And by the way, if you're watching live or not live, don't forget to give the video a like. Just saying. You don't have to, or you do. But Holland Golem up against the Lapras, definitely in a nice spot here. I think Castro was expecting the switch there, but looking like no switch coming. So probably just going for the Surf and switch like he did before, or just farming up tons of energy on the Lapras for later. But getting 2 Rock Blasts off before the Lapras has the chance to do anything. So really putting the opponent in a tough spot there, burning both shields in the lead matchup. It's a really rough spot to be in. So probably going to shield on Castro's side, and then switching into the Vespiquen to catch the next Surf. That's a pretty good play, I think, because obviously you're keeping energy. You don't have to shield that Lapras' Surf. Doesn't quite get the Exeter though, so maybe it's going to turn out this isn't the best play, because that's a lot of damage that's being added up onto that Vespiquen. Getting the Exeter off now though, but no matter what comes in, I don't think it's going to be able to get to another Exeter. Whatever comes in, able to take it down, but. Oh, it's really close, but never mind. I'm completely wrong. Gets the Exeter. Well done, Vespiquen. Well done. So yeah, takes out a nice little chunk off that wireless. And then in comes the Sudowoodo, going to be able to counter down. Going to get hit by a body slam in the process, but yeah. Sudowoodo is going to be able to take it. Shield up. And Marcus Romeo going to get this Rock Slide off onto the Frostlass. Definitely going to do a ton of damage if it lands. Actually, no, there's no more shield. So, yeah, it's going to land and it's going to do a ton of damage. Counter's going to be resisted because the Ghost... Oh, no. Is it resisted? Because it's also got the Ice typing, so maybe not. But taking that out, and that is GG. So, going into the next round, in the penultimate round now. That's a fancy little word. Second last. I think it is anyway. As in, I think it's the second last round. Not, I think that's what penultimate means. It is what penultimate means. But up against X3DX Jim Corn with the real spicy team of Ladian in that 1,300s range. Caracosta, Venusaur, Iswalis, Sudowoodo, and the Cradilly. So, really interesting team, and I'm interested to see how Jim Corn plays with it. Well, let's see if we can see the Ledian. I don't actually know how to say it, but catching a great lead with Venusaur up against Sudowoodo. Really good spot. Jim Corn probably going to go for the Rock Slide, and not going for the Rock, just going to get the energy and switch, and into the Venusaur too. So this is definitely a rough spot for Jim Corn to be in. Yeah, going to get shielded. So Sludge Bomb is shielded, and then switching to Vespiquen, which is a really good spot for Castro to be in. So I think Castro has been in the reverse a bunch of times so far, and this is definitely good for Castro now. So going to get to the double X's now. Probably going to throw him back to back, try and deny Vine Whip from the Venusaur. There goes one. And can he get the back-to-back? Oh, no, not going for the back-to-back. Charged up an extra half an X's now, so maybe playing it for the long game. Almost taking out the Venusaur, doesn't quite. Probably going to have to shield this charge move in case it's the Sludge Bomb. Actually, gonna tank it and let something else come in, farm up more energy, whether it's the Swirls or the Venusaur. I'm thinking that probably the... switching into the Sudowoodo. That is very interesting on the opponent's part. Shielding up the Rock Slide and then going to be able to get to a Frenzy Plant, especially now that the Sudowoodo is switch locked in. Castro farming up tons more energy because the Sudowoodo just threw all of its energy. This has really put Jim Corn in a rough spot. So shielding up the Frenzy Plant, getting able to get to another one, CMP tie, or maybe it wasn't a CMP tie, but Sudowoodo does get the charge move off first. Shield up the Rock Slide. And then, it's kind of unfortunate that Castro did click the charge move there, because at that point you could just Vine Whip all the way down and farm up a nice chunk of energy. I'm not sure if the not hitting all the bubbles is to try and leave it with a little bit of health to farm up more or not, but whatever the case, oh no, that's really unfortunate. Jim Corn plays it really well though and catches that Frenzy Plant. it makes sense why they played the way they did though. But in comes the Caracosta, probably going to try and switch. Oh no, not going to try and switch. Caracosta, getting rid of taking it out beforehand. And I don't think there's anything that Caracosta can do at this point to win out this matchup. Body Slam and going to get Dragon Breath down. And that'll be GG's on game 1. So going into game numero 2. Oh, we've got a little bit of a U-win on that game. Vespiquen up against Cradily. So it's kind of a good and bad matchup for Vespiquen. It's obviously good against the grass typing, but the rock typing from Cradily can do a lot of damage to Vespiquen's rock typing. So going for this X-Scissor here. And oh, that does a nice little chunk of damage. Getting another X-Scissor off before a charge move comes through from the Cradily. We're in round 5 at the moment out of 6. And so, yeah, Fury Cutter. I wonder if this is the Stone Edge. Did they risk it for the shield? They shield, and it is the correct shield. It is the Stone Edge. So getting another X-Scissor off really just... Vespiquen charges up so quick. It's kind of insane. So getting the X-Scissor off burns the second shield off that Cradily. Now, is Castro going to shield? I kind of have an inkling it might be... Yeah, it's another Stone Edge, so... Switching out now because I knew they were going to lose that matchup if they stayed into the Caracosta. Sudowoodo coming in, going to hit that rock typing pretty hard, but Surf's going to come back hitting pretty hard as well. So that's so much damage with a same type attack bonus Surf. So going for the rock slide now. Definitely going to do a chunk of damage off that Caracosta. Yeah, going to take it out. And then in comes the Cradily. Gets like 1 counter off, which is nice. Hoping to get an X-Scissor off onto the Cradily, and is able to, which is fantastic. Definitely going to take out Cradily at this point, and then it'll be the last Pokemon in the back. Oh, and it is the Venusaur. Going to be able to get to an X-Scissor before a Sludge Bomb, or even a Frenzy Plant comes through from that Venusaur. So I'm wondering if the Castro is going to try and like do something funky here, like catch the charge move. Oh, I tried to catch the charge move, but unfortunately, 1 Fury Cutter too late. Eats the Sludge Bomb, and now in comes the Zweilous. So this isn't actually a bad spot either. Zweilous is going to be able to get to this Body Slam, which is going to take out the Venusaur. Even if the Venusaur got the Frenzy Plant off, it is going to be resisted by the Zweilous. So yeah, it wasn't like a total clutch thing, but definitely nice to have landed to make sure. So a little bit of lag there, but Body Slam does take out the Venusaur, and that'll be GG. So I'm sorry, that was actually the end of the tournament because we missed out on a round. So yeah, that is the end of the little shoutcast here. This video hasn't gone for too long, but yeah, these are the 5 top teams here. There was actually, I've accidentally used the same image that I used in teams video. So if you are looking for more, you can also check out my shoutcast of teams tournament run in the same one. They all went 5-1. We've got all 6 rounds of teams tournament there. So you can go to the channel, go to videos, and the team link will be there. I'll once this live stream ends, I'll kind of put all the links into the description, the Raid 44 Discord, the link to the tournament page, the link to the team shoutcast. So I guess at the moment we can look at the teams though. What do all 5 teams have in common? Dun, 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 dun. It's Sudowoodo. They all have Sudowoodo because Sudowoodo is a beast in this cup. They actually all have Flapress as well. So another Bulkmaster. 4 of them have Venusaur. Seeing 2 Umbreons, 3 Vespiquens. We saw team use Victory Bell instead of Venusaur yesterday too. But yeah, with that said, that's a little shoutcast. So thank you for watching live if you haven't been watching live, or thank you for watching the video VOD once it is available. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. Oh no, we've missed. There's a very important image. There we go. Thank you to my patrons: Milton9458, brajSF, -Ben10, Not Running Newman, Yahwertle and SqeakyNL for supporting the channel on Patreon, because that is super cool, supporting that self content. And yeah, I've got this 20 seconds at the back that's just gonna play in full, because like then the YouTube I can put like the video stuff on top of it. So yeah, thank you for hanging out, live or not. And good luck in your Catacomb Cup tournaments if you haven't done yours already. Good luck to you all. Thank you for watching again. And thanks to RommelJCastro for sharing the footage too. So yeah. Hey, RommelJCastro in the chat too. Well, now we can't. Thank you for covering. Thank you for sending it in, Rommel, actually, because it's super cool to be able to share people's like successes in the Catacomb Cup. I know a lot of my tournaments are like towards the end of the month, but yeah. For the sake of the VOD, I'm going to stop the live stream now. I will be in that chat for a little bit more though. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Catacomb Cup video. Once I hit the X button. I don't know how to live stream.